Hey up, it's Steve from that old Yorkshire geek, and hot on the heels of my review of Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 4, No-Win Scenario. Watch the review, the video. It's the last one I put up. There's this news story from Screen Rant that Star Trek Picard technical error made Season 3 Episode 2 dark, and that's what they're talking about, Episode 4. As usual, links in the description, and don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell. If you're subscribed already, I'm also on Rumble and Odyssey and Anchor.fm and Spotify. But I think Anchor.fm has just become Spotify now, I think. And Amazon Music Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Links in the description, as are links for my 2 books, Mercury Rapids. That's one big thick book about aliens and action-adventure and light-hearted fun. It's all, it's not serious. And Silent Predator, which is a bit more serious, but, still a bit of fun. in a horror guise. Echoes of James Herbert and stuff like that, that sort of thing. And all that. Right, anyway, so this story. Star Trek Picard, there we go. Star Trek Picard, technical error, made Season 3, Episode 2 dark. I did mention that in my review, that it was a very dark episode. And I had to put the brightness up on my telly. Fan complaints that a weird technical error made Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 4 too dark are addressed by showrunner Terry Matalas. The darling of Star Trek fandom at the moment is Terry, because he appears on YouTube live streams with fans. It were on last week on the podcast guys. He appeared on stream. Sorry, my hair's all over the place. He appeared on stream with a star-studded cast, all on the same time. Terry Matalas, Robert Myburnet, Gary from Nerdrotic, Critical Drinker, Dave Cullen, they all were there, and the podcast guys, of course. But not me, because I'm not famous. Or talented. Right. Bizarre technical issues have made Star Trek Picard Season 3 Episode 4 too dark, a problem that is frustrating showrunner Terry Matalas. Picard Season 3's latest episode, No-Win Scenario, which were very good, I give it a 9 out of 10, for reasons, which dropped today on Paramount Plus, concludes the first act of the season story, which is essentially a 10-hour Star Trek The Next Generation movie. But for some viewers, the poignant character drama and the USS Titan A's exciting attempt to escape the Rhyton Nebula have been drowned by the darkness of the episode. On Thursday morning, Star Trek Picard showrunner Terry Matalas responded to fan at Casey Tube on Twitter, who noted that the colour grading on Episode 4 was messed up again. Check out the tweet below. Here it is. Terry Matalas says, quote, "Hi everyone, Star Trek Picard 304, Season 3, Episode 4. It's supposed to look like it does on the right, not on the left. We are trying to fix this bizarre technical error for a second time. If you can't wait, I encourage you to watch it a second time when it looks right later. If you can wait, it's something," I don't know, I presume it said something else. I think this might be a screen grab. Or it might not be. I'll click it and see what happens. So we can read the rest of it. There we go. What's it like if you can wait? It hopefully will be fixed soon. As a creator, you can imagine how beyond frustrating this is for me. We are very proud of this episode, and it's the conclusion of the first act of our story. We hope it's worth the wait. Because spoilers, they do escape, but not without casualties. As you'll see if you watch the episode. But there you go. So that on the left is what it was like. It was very dark. On the right is what it should have looked like. It actually looks a little bit too light. Put the contrast down, haven't they, on that one? But something in between would have been preferable to me, anyway. Right, the fan tweeted screenshots side by side of the problem with the episode's colour grading, with a much darker picture in HDR on his iPhone versus the brighter picture in SDR from his PC. HDR's high dynamic range, and I presume SDR's standard dynamic range. I don't know. I'm not into all this modern jargon. Noting that in HDR the blacks are completely crushed. I know when my telly gets stuck on HDR, I have to take it off because sometimes it's a bit much to me, to my old eyes. Anyway, to his credit, Metallus quote tweeted his response, noting that the problem is beyond frustrating for him as a creator and promising that it will be fixed soon. He's great, Terry Metallus, I must admit. I really like him. He responds to fans, honestly. As I said in this stream that he appeared on last Monday, the Popcast guys Raw rant. He appeared on there, and he did have to tread carefully with some of the things that were said. Anyway, there you go. That's how dark it was. It was actually darker than that. That's quite bright for the episode. The bizarrely dark look of Star Trek Picard Season 3 Episode 4 isn't the first time the new season has been hit by technical issues. An image that was too dark was also a problem with at least one prior episode. Further, another fan complained on Twitter that the subtitles of Picard Season 3 Episode 3, 17 seconds, spoiled the big villain reveal that happened at the end of the episode. Did it? Oh, right, I don't know. I never noticed that. I'll have to watch that again. And I watch stuff with subtitles, because I'm always like eating bags of crisps and stuff, so I've got to have subtitles too. So I can know what they're saying over my munching. That's why I'm fat. Cinematography that is too dark has become a common complaint for some streaming shows, with the Game of Thrones franchise as the most infamous culprit. Fans revolted at Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 3, The Long Night, which was filmed in a way that made it too dark to see on many screens. And they just said, all they had to say was, well, adjust your TVs. House of the Dragon also ran into a similar issue with too dark cinematography in Driftmark, the 7th episode of Season 1. However, even when Star Trek Picard Season 3 is viewed in perfect form, some long-time fans complain that the cinematography is too dark on the whole compared to the brightly lit TNG. You've got to remember, though, when TNG were filmed, same with the original series, most people had old-fashioned cathode ray tube TVs. And the things are to be bright for people to see, and not big massive 50 to 100 inch LED screens that they've got nowadays. Anyway, where were we? The show is shot in a dramatic cinematic style akin to the Star Trek Next Generation movies, which is kind of true, but that doesn't sit well with some who want their Star Trek primarily coloured. At least Terry Metallus, who is very responsive to fans on Twitter, as I've just pointed out, is quick to address and act upon these technical snafus as they pop up. But hopefully the second half of Star Trek Picard Season 3 will see smooth sailing without problems, like a picture that's too dark. Do you think it's Alex Kurtzman sabotaging it? They had a saboteur on the USS Titan. Maybe Alex Kurtzman is sabotaging Picard Season 3 because it's too good for him. Because it's eclipsing the stuff that he's done before. And he wants to hold on to his job. He don't want to be usurped by Terry Metallus, which he should be. Right, anyway, we'll leave it there. So it's too dark. I did mention that in my review, but, it wasn't, unwatchable. It was just too dark. But anyway, we'll leave it there. So, thanks for watching, wherever you are, in the Alpha Quadrant or Beta Quadrant, because Earth straddles it. I keep forgetting that in Star Trek. Look after each other, and until next time, I'll see thee.